What is up, guys? Wallow J here. I'm here with my co-host Miguelino. Miguelino, say what's poppin', yo.
Was popping, See, I didn't do too loud. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's good. That's good. And our other co-host, Egg, say what's happening.
What's happening?
All right. Listen, we are gathered here today because we didn't gather yesterday on our regular day. It's been too much, It's my mom's birthday too, so
Oh, happy birthday.
yeah, can't
Yeah,
can
yeah,
not show
yeah.
up
Walla
and
wants
shit,
to
you know what I mean?
celebrate, right? He doesn't want her to feel young again in the sense where she has like chancla powers back and all that shit.
Yeah, hey, listen, shout out to the goat, my mama.
The OG.
The lady that had me. The sperm donor don't count, She, she took me in and molded me and made me the scumbag I am today. All right, so listen, PGF season 5 rapidly approaching. We have dos more qualifiers, one next week in Los Angeles,
HQ.
California. Yeah. And then we have another one on October 7th in Huntsville, Alabama.
I don't know any hand signs for that. Sorry.
Yeah. What are they
Rocky, I
known
don't
for?
fucking know.
Yeah. So what's the
I don't want to make any Alabama jokes. I think people
Space
get it.
Camp.
Yeah, Space Camp.
I mean, they have more PhDs in Huntsville per capita than like anywhere else in the country.
So you're saying they're smart?
The rest of the state, the rest of the state balances out and drops them down to lower IQ points since it's up.
Oh,
I did not say that. That was Miggy.
I said it.
When we're in Bama visiting, guys, for the season, feel free to take that on Miggy if he actually shows up.
And on that note, we're out of here. We'll catch you next week. Peace. Adios, muchachos.
I love it. My Alabama joke went from like the viewers cut in half just from my Alabama joke. That was beautiful.
We're out of
All
here.
right, it went back up.
Okay. Anyway, listen, we're here to discuss something very importante, the rules. Okay. So we have a different rule set than most tournaments. It pushes for action. So, Egg, why don't you explain to the folks the rules of the PGF and how do they work and shit? Come on, let's hear it.
Here we go. All right. So it's all about incentives. All right. So many tournaments, especially the ones with points. Okay, yay. You take somebody down, you pass their guard, you get some certain amount of points, and guess what? People stall. And it's boring AF. Like, yay, you got society control. and you're just going to hang out there. No. Okay. Nobody wants to watch that. All right. We already have the innovation of conscious Keelan Laura hopping on that, on the gimbal, being right in the action. We don't have like one set, camera angle, but also we have an incentive to actually do things. Okay. So the PGF is based on
Let's
points.
jiu-jitsu. Yay.
Yeah. I mean, it is all about submissions. The only thing that gets you a point is a submission. All right. 2 classes of submissions. You got kills and you got breaks. A kill is the idea, like no kidding, in a fight, they're done. They're gone. Sayonara. Bye-bye. Okay, you're out. We're talking about basically chokes. Okay. Rear naked chokes, triangles, whether they be from the bottom. I just got done watching all of season 2 again. So head and arm chokes were all over the place there. Again, something where they are no kidding out of the fight. They're not coming back. A kill. That gets you 6 points. All right. So a break. All right. All our people like to play the footsies. Inside heel hooks, outside heel hooks, arm bars like the elbow genie. Wrist lock, which I saw Kevin Primo got the first wrist lock, I believe, against Kamoy Anderson. So wrist locks, Any break, and any joint lock whatsoever gets you 3 points. So you get 6 points or 3 points. Now, if you get either one of those in the first minute, you get the Jonathan Roberts elbow genie bonus point. And that was based upon the idea that in season 1, Jonathan Roberts was arm locking or just joint locking everyone. And about a third of the season through, or maybe even halfway, he had submitted everyone he faced, and he was going to make the playoffs. And so they saw that like this does not compute. This doesn't work. This doesn't make any sense.
So I was doing the stats for season 1, and I believe I got to like 9-0, and he had like 9 breaks, no chokes whatsoever at that point. I believe that he had at that point like two heel hooks, and everything else
Amba!
some sort of arm lock or an arm
Mhm.
bar.
And they were fast.
So, yeah,
I mean, he
Bro,
locked those on like crazy.
beautiful setup. Beautiful. Like, I've watched his first 9 matches so many times already that I'm kind of like I have his flow in my head of how he does it. So, but anyway, continue explaining the rules.
And it's just pretty. If anyone is in the Birmingham area and can kidnap him and make him go to the Huntsville qualifier, we greatly appreciate it. We want to make sure. I mean, come on, Elbow Genie. Honestly, if you talk to the commissioner, I'm sure you'll get an invite.
I'm sure he can. Yeah. You know what? Maybe we start a petition. Maybe we reach out to the commissioner and say, "Hey, listen, can you just for us, for the insiders, can you extend an invite to the Elbow Genie, please?"
If
I
only
think
we
I
had a
don't.
platform that was
Yeah.
open to the world of the PGF and the whole world, and maybe the commissioner might
I mean,
watch.
we are on his channel.
Brandon, please extend an invite to the Elbow Genie because
Jonathan Roberts.
Jonathan Roberts. We are such huge fans. Granted, he's a little light for the season, but his jiu-jitsu is just so good. He is like proof where the proof of the pudding is in the tasting. His jiu-jitsu is so good. I think he can overcome a lot of weight against his opponents. He's just that good. But anyways, pardon me. Back to it. Kills 6 points. Breaks 3 points. Within 1 minute, you get a bonus point. The Elbow Genie bonus point. So if a kill within 1 minute, rear naked choke, like Hunter Colvin did so many times in season 1, he did that. The rolling Kimura to the back to the RNC within a minute, he got 7 points because he was like 6 points with the kill, bonus point, 1 point. So boom, there you go. Or like Elijah
Whoa,
Carlton.
stop acting and acting.
Like Elijah Carlton. It was so funny because in the first 2 seasons, Elijah Carlton got a break within seconds. I mean, eventually, the first match in season 1, I think, was against Nilo.
It was.
Where eventually got him in that triangle.
Yeah.
But he did the triangle armbar, so he did the armbar, got the break, left some points
Only
on the
got
board.
3.
And then season 2, he came out against Grayson, did the double Koichi, kind of the idiot sweep, and then his inside heel hook was right there, took it within like 9 seconds or so. So there you go. Should get on the extra bonus point, but again, it's all about incentives. So the point is, if you don't get a submission, you lose. All right, because you lost the opportunity to put points on the board. That's the key. If it's a draw, and actually, it's a loss. And this is funny because we're going back through the season again because we'd started doing all the stats, and we were like, okay, you know what? In PGF fashion, we're counting every draw as a loss. So we only had wins and losses. We didn't have draws. And we're like, okay, maybe that's a little mean for stats purposes. So now we're going back, including the draws. But here's the point for the fans, for the incentive purposes. In the PGF, it's a season. Right now, we're going back to kind of like PGF season 3 for season 5. It is a round robin. You're going to face all these people, and everyone else is going to face them as well. And so if you don't get a submission and somebody else does, guess what? You just lost ground. And so again, If you get a draw, it is a double loss. What does this do? This makes it imperative that everyone goes for the submission. And again, what does this do? This means that you're going for a submission. That means you're more likely to get submitted, because when you're actually opening up, when you're actually trying to do things, that makes a scramble. That makes opportunities happen. It makes a lot more fun. I mean, let's just be honest. It's a way more
It
fun.
makes it more fun for the viewer.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's gonna be more fun for the guys, because maybe they don't have a game where they open up, and maybe they're more closed up, and they don't want to go for anything until they're sure that there's something there. But by the time something becomes available, time's gonna run out, and
And then at the same point, right? You have the same result with no points.
And so that, again, it's all about incentives. And so we're not having 10-minute matches. We're having 6-minute matches. The PGF has all been about 6-minute matches. You have a limited amount of time to make it count. So you're going to have an action-packed match basically every time. I can count on one hand the amount of matches we've had in 4 seasons. It has been so action-packed. I mean, and again, everyone is going for the submission. In season 4, it was a little bit different because we had the quintet format. And so stalling somebody out for a draw was a win for the team. So that made a little bit different dynamic. But every other season, and again, season 5 is going back to the season 3 format of round robin. So you're really out there for yourself and accumulating points. So every incentive is there for you to lay it on the line, to make it exciting, because you need to get that submission. But and that is set already in the qualifiers. We had some people in the chat in Nashville, talking about how, okay, well, if it's a draw, then the commissioner is just going to pick the guy who he thinks is more exciting. Well, guess what? It's a tryout. That's what a qualifier is. We got 2 qualifiers left. We got next weekend, September 24th, HQ in Los Angeles. Then we got October 7th in Huntsville. This is a tryout. I mean, if you win it all via submission, guess what? You won the tryout. But if there's a draw, he has to make a call. And what's he going to choose? He's going to choose the most exciting person, not somebody that just again, passes. Yeah, congrats. He passed guard and just sits there. No, sir. You're denied. So anyways, it's all about incentives, all about fun. And that's one of the glorious things about the PGF.
I want to pull back. Right. At 12:30, you mentioned something about stalling. Stalling somebody out. Are you mentioning anybody specific? Who was stalling? I've never seen anybody stall on purpose.
You're trying to bait me right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not falling for it. I got 3 names on the top of my head, but I'm not going to do it.
Oh. All right. Hold on. Let's play a game. All right. If I get this question right, you have to tell us who it is. Okay. Their name has letters in it.
Yes.
Oh shit!
I mean, we're not talking about the
Egg always likes to throw that
Prince.
little jab out there for people. It's like, we don't like stallers, and I'm like, no, I don't think anybody's stalling on purpose unless you're about to mention somebody specifically.
No, that's
I'm talking about other promotions. Like you talk about IBJJF, you get ahead on points and you just sit there. ADCC, you get ahead on points and you can just sit there. You get ahead on. There's no points to get ahead on in the PGF in a match. You either get points by submission or you get nothing. That's the point.
So I got you, Edgar. Let me summarize what you just said, right? So you said this is the PGF, not the BGF. This is the Professional Grappling Federation, not the boring grappler federation. And you're also saying that this is legitimately a sub-only competition. A sub is the only way you're going to get points. Am I right with saying that statement?
Exactly, brother. So it's fun because when people hear submission only, one that used to always be super exciting. And then in the last, couple of years, okay, sub only can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if it's true sub only, no time limit, then people can take forever. But here you
Anybody in
have
specific comes to mind? One
yeah,
takes forever.
at high rollers, that Elijah Carlton brown belt competition. I think you were out there. They actually changed the competition midway because all the viewers dropped off of the high rollers competition because nothing was happening, and they said, like, 20 minutes in, they're like, okay, we're changing this. We
Uh,
lost half the
I
people.
was at the next one. That happened before the
Oh
last.
yeah,
Yeah,
before.
I remember that shit. Yeah,
Pardon me.
yeah.
Yeah, but that was rough. So the point is, it's sub only, which essentially takes the ref out of the picture. All right, you don't got to worry about like questionable decisions, crap like that. All right, but you also have only 6 minutes to make stuff happen. A lot of competitors are used to 10-minute matches, and again, I was just finished watching all of season 2 again, and that happened to a lot of people. They weren't used to that fast time frame. They're used to the 10 minutes. So getting ready to turn it on for 6 minutes, that can be tough. I mean, again, it's all about the action. It's all about being fun for the fans. So this is the PGF is probably the most exciting. For my money, it is the most exciting grappling there is out there. Period. All stop.
Yep.
All right. You were a little out of sync. You broke up for a minute, but we got what you
Well,
said.
you're back. You're
Yeah,
back.
you're
Yeah,
back
no,
now.
it's like just to kind of carry on.
It's
Right?
your
Like,
internet,
the guy
bro.
that
It's
runs it.
not internet in
It'd be
West
like that.
Virginia, bro.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I have fiber coming in the next couple of months. I'm sorry, guys. It will improve.
Fiber, Metamucil, or
Listen,
Thanks, Mickey.
those are yeah. Thank you, Egg, for explaining the rules and going over it. Listen, just tune in. It's gonna be fun.
watch it. It's fun. The commission has a good
Since
product.
since we've been watching, back the seasons, there's things that you notice that you quite didn't notice when the season was going on. So like you pointed out, the controversy with what was it, Dream and Sam about the point, and then we have the lost footage with one of Hunter's matches. But in season
Hunter and
one,
Sam.
no, there was one of the what was the footage that got lost?
I thought it was Hunter and Sam.
Yeah,
I mean, like two of the biggest competitors, Hunter Colvin and Sam Barbosa. So remember, Sam Barbosa coming into season 2, he was the actual 225 champ. He was crowned in season 1 finale, and Hunter Colvin was coming in, and he was just smoking everyone. Which he, spoiler alert, smoked everyone. And I don't think we've ever
when
seen
you
that
say
match.
smoke, what do you mean by that? Because I don't.
I mean that absent about 3 breaks, he basically rear naked choked everyone in season 2. I think he had to settle for like 3 breaks.
Okay.
I could pull up the stats right now, but
Sure you can. But anyway, before you continue with your stats, I wanted to revisit a little controversy from season 1, which you, Egg, pointed out to me when I pointed out the match, and you're like, wasn't there controversy on that one? And I'm like, what the hell are
you're
you
talking about Knee
talking
Barista.
about? Yeah.
Scarecrow Doom versus Knee Barista.
So Jeremy Geiger, season 1 versus Matt Harrison. I thought that Jeremy Geiger surviving for like 3 minutes, that triangle attack from Matt Harrison, and then he did like this spinny out thing, but at the same time, I kind of saw it. I saw the. I didn't see the double. I saw the one.
Okay.
But I don't know if it was that he was trying to reach or what. But you know what? If a ref would have been like right there, he could have easily called that a tap. I think the ref was. I think the ref was on the other side, but it was that he did it so quick, where he spun and he just, like it's almost like his arm swung.
That could definitely have been it. Like he was just like trying to move his body or something.
but
But I think it got that
I
reaction
did
from the
see it.
Scarecrow of Doom. You know,
Yeah, that was one thing that I was like, wait, what happened? What did
hmm
he let go? You know, because he didn't have to let go. He spun, and as soon as he spun, he was like, he just stopped, like almost like he felt something. So
hmm
I don't know. What do you think?
I think you should show it for the fans.
All
So you can
right.
really be clear in the moment.
Let me hold on because I do have it. I did clip it. Let me send it to my Mac
Yeah,
real
yeah, I
quick.
saw that. So
Um,
it's tough because Keelan was asking us for the controversial calls,
yeah.
and after 4 seasons, I only had really like 2 because per the PGF rules, the refs aren't involved that often. That's one of the beauties of it. You really can't, complain about the ref action because it's you either subbed them or you didn't. It's very rare that happens. We had a in the national qualifier. There's somewhat of a questionable call where the ref stopped a match conceivably early. He was in the kind of like the kind of a Kimura where his knees were around the guy's head, kind of one of those things, about to pull over. So that was Nashville. Season 3 finale. We had Colleen Windling versus Victoria. She was at Samson or Simpson. Sorry, I just know it was Vicky BJJ. But then again, that was one where I didn't see a tap at all, and they stopped that one. And then Jeremy Geiger, the knee barista, called that because of all of his knee bars. He was just a knee barring master, also a college wrestler against Harrison. There we go.
Can you see it?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, see right there. And this is his move. The Scarecrow of Doom there had him in a triangle, and his triangles were deadly in season 1. Okay, here we go. He's rolling. Oh,
There.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then he let
And
go.
then he lets go.
Yeah.
And he's like, and when he get up, he's like,
Done.
but he's re-engaging right away. So I don't know.
Did you not
So
notice there was like another phantom tap in the triangle?
let me go back. Let's
He
let's
stopped himself.
let's watch that in super slow mo.
I thought
Watch it one more
All right.
time. There was a.
So here we
go to the
go.
beginning.
There's another
No,
one?
go to the beginning real quick. There's another one. He stopped
Beginning?
himself mid
Call it
tap.
out,
Go to the
Miggy.
very beginning. All right, play.
All right.
I'll tell
Here
you
we
where.
go.
Kind of that Udigarami type of thing, right? The belt,
Yep.
bent
So look,
elbow
before
armbar.
he initiates this roll, right? Look, tap right there, and it goes to pulling the leg down.
He
In
didn't
full
tap
speed,
there.
you see the hesitation.
Well, he hesitated, but he didn't. He didn't tap there. We can't see anything on the other side, so we can't say,
Uh-uh.
"Oh, he tapped on the other side." But
But now,
here,
All right,
boom,
boom.
right
Yeah.
there, and
And then he
Scarecrow
reacted.
let,
Like he let
and
go.
Scarecrow
and
let's go.
walked away.
So it wasn't so much that the
Well,
spin
that's a
broke the
scary
hold;
frame.
it was that
There we go.
Scarecrow let go.
Mhm.
But at the same time, he's like almost like he knows that he didn't tap, and he's coming right back at it.
You say coming right back, but he's like looking off in the freaking other direction. He's not looking at his opponent. He's like, okay, well, very well.
Good match. Psych.
Well, listen.
But
I do
that,
see
that
what you were.
go ahead.
I know. I was just gonna say. I do see what you meant by the Venom tap.
Fan of
So I
the
was like,
tapper.
I don't remember that shit from season 1. I don't even remember it being a controversy. I don't even know if anything came out of it. What came out of it? Do we know? Because that match, I believe, went to a draw. No, I'm sorry.
No,
The
Geiger came
Nibarista.
back.
Yeah, Nibarista came back and won it.
Yes.
So, I mean, what was what was the ultimate call? Because I know that Brandon was going to look at it after watching the stream again. I was like, oh, okay, so he was supposed to look at it. So what was the outcome? I don't remember that part. Hell,
Brother,
I didn't even
I
remember the
greatly
Phantom Cat.
appreciate your confidence in my encyclopedic knowledge of the PGF. The
Wait,
fact that I
you're
knew
the
there
guy.
was,
You're the guy with the little title down there that says 20-pound brain, right?
and so I've remembered that in season 1 there was actually somewhat of a controversy. I called the match out of like the 130 matches we had. That's pretty good. I mean, come on, you actually just watched the whole season again. You tell me, my friend.
I haven't seen the whole season.
Okay. Well,
that's why I'm asking. What happened? Do you remember? You can say that you don't remember what happened.
I do not remember the final say on what happened there. I don't.
Okay.
My bad.
All right. Well, see, there you go. That's all you have to say.
I'm human.
I'm not forcing
with the
you
20-pound
to
brain,
something
but
that
still
didn't
human.
happen. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Hey,
your
man.
20-pound brain. Your 20-pound brain just went down to like an 8-pound brain. So, anyway, let's continue. Any other controversies that we can recall?
Well, I mean, we just said it. I mean, you said it. Sam Barbosa versus Stephen Aiken, season 2, the collusion controversy, which I still say cost me $1,000 because I called that there's no way Sam was. Go ahead.
Didn't we discuss this already? That he was within the rules, so therefore you didn't lose $1,000 because they did what was allowed based on the rule set.
I mean, collusion can happen anytime, and allegedly that would be fine, right? There's no rule against collusion. That's what you're saying.
No, you see, you're trying to do the lawyer thing shit again. That doesn't work.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just an egghead.
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer.
Maggie, doesn't Egg always try to do the lawyer shit when he's trying to talk to us? And I got to tell him, why are you doing the lawyer shit?
Hold on. I got to compliment Egg real quick. Egg, don't be mad. Be happy that you're the Craig Jones of PGF Fantasy. Always getting that solid number 2. Let's celebrate that. Appreciate that, man.
Thanks.
Always the bridesmaid.
Well, I mean, now that we're part of the institution, I really can't win, right? I mean, so it would look funky if I did.
Look, you want to win? You want to win? You charge me, hey, $1 or $5 an article, and I'll tell you how to win this fantasy.
Hey, I'm all about it, guys. If somebody wants to throw some coffee or beer money at me for my posts, I'm all about it. Let me know.
He's like,
sorry, I'll add that to the page.
$1,000 asterisk at your own risk.
So where were we? Controversies. That's about it.
I mean, again, the Victoria versus Colleen season 3 finale.
That was a feature match. That can happen,
Okay, I mean that
I don't count that as part of the season. That was like a one-off, Maybe they were in the female division, for the year or whatever. Then yeah, cool. But feature match, man.
So again, that's to the point. There's not a lot of controversy in the PGF, and the rule set that we talked about is built to make that not happen. I mean,
and they hate stallers. There, I said it.
So yeah.
I said an egg hates stallers.
Well, because stallers are the antithesis of the PGF. The PGF is all about action. It's all about going for the submission. And if you go out there and you just stall, you just went against the whole spirit of the PGF.
Man, I don't remember anybody trying to stall, but if you got people in mind, that's okay.
I know 3 of them, but it's okay.
Yeah, like who?
I have no idea. I'm not. The peoples can go through and figure it out on their own.
Egg's like, I'm not gonna get beat up this month when I go up there.
Well, hey,
Well, to be fair,
okay, I'll
yeah,
hype
That's
it up.
smart. That's
Hold on,
smart.
hold on.
Egg's trying to save
no,
himself
hold
a
on.
beating.
No. Hold on, no. I got you. Egg, what are they gonna do? Stall? That can't hurt you if they stall.
and that's a good point. I mean, okay, so I named these 3 people, and all of a sudden they just like put in a
Stall.
lockdown for the whole match, or they put me in closed guard for a whole match. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
I'm just waiting
So
for
tell
your
us
name
who you're
somewhere.
not worried about.
Nope,
Let me know who.
not gonna do it.
I'm curious. Who can I go stall with in a round? Who's the rest guy?
Miggy, you would kill these people.
All right, you're talking highly of me.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
think.
Miggy's like the longest, running blue belt in the world. He's like 15 years of blue belt.
Yeah, but you're also ginormous. And that's the funny thing is like I've had this said multiple times when they actually see me in real life, like, oh, I thought you were way smaller. No, bud, sorry. I was raised in the Midwest and I played football. I'm a decent sized
So
guy.
if you're raised in the Midwest, that makes you automatically tall.
If I played football in the Midwest, generally you're going to be
So if you if
somewhat
you if
big.
you if you play football in the Midwest and you were born in the Midwest, that means you're tall.
So not born in the Midwest, but if you played football in the Midwest, you're generally going to be a
All
bigger
right,
guy.
Wallow,
so
I'm
if
getting you a ticket to
I've said it
Iowa.
twice now.
We're gonna put you. We're
so
gonna put
if
you in a 40-year-old football league.
so if you're big in Iowa, you get to play football. Is that what you're saying?
No, if you
No,
play
that's the
football,
inverse.
Iowa, you get big.
Man,
So
well,
we're
we
gonna
need to
get
like
you to
send
play
you to like a
football.
logic class, man.
Uh, well, you're making blanket statements. Is what you're doing. It's like
I made
you're
one
saying
statement and you tried doing the inverse, which is not accurate. You have to do the contrapositive to make it actually
now. See, now
equal.
he's doing the lawyer shit
No,
where
that's
he's using
logic.
the big word.
If
The contra
you know,
positive stuff. Yeah, like who
Google it.
uses contra positive in a conversation?
If you're trying to
Nobody.
mess with me, so I'll mess back.
Yeah, so you're trying to use big words.
Where is it? Where's it? 20-pound brain. There it is. All right. So
Anyway,
again,
what
getting
else
back
we
to the
got?
point. Like here's the thing.
Yeah.
It is
Sorry, guys. We're just busting each other's balls. That's that's part of the show.
it'd be
yes.
like that sometimes.
All
So
the time.
while and I screw this one up, so you can help me. So the 29th, that morning, we do the weigh-in and the combine.
Yes.
All right. So
Yep.
Sunday
Well,
the
the
29th.
combine. No, the combine is in the morning,
Yeah.
and then the draft is at night.
Yeah. So on the 29th of October, we got people that are going to weigh in probably before 9, 10 a.m. Probably, I'm going to guess probably around 10 a.m. is going to be the combine. It's not been put out, but I'm just going to guess. So then that evening, so they get some time, the coaches have a chance to put together their formulations, the strategies, etc. So the evening of the 29th, the draft is going to happen. We know it's going to be somewhat. Oh, we did get that clarification. So it's going to be one person at a time. It's going to be auction style. And allegedly, we're going to be able to see the behind the scenes, right?
The behind the scenes does not get seen.
What?
Only
That was
what happens. It's in whatever happens in the front. Like just like in the NFL draft, you see what the people that are getting picked, and that's it. You don't see what's going on in the war room. You don't get to see like what's happening between those calls back there. They might give you like a little glimpse here and there, but my understanding is whatever's happening in the back with the athletes and the coaches is not going to be viewable. Everything's going to be basically the commentators in the front and when the athletes come out after being selected.
All right, that I'll say that's my confusion then. But at least for the fans, it's going to be somewhat like an auction style draft, like you see in fantasy football. Each coach has a certain amount of money, and they're going to be negotiating with the players about how much can I get you for type of thing. Here's the point: how many competitions out there have a draft and have a combine? None, other than the PGF. It is exciting as can be, and it'll be live on Brandon McCatherine, this YouTube channel. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So that's the 29th, and then boom, the next day, the 30th, giddy up. Okay, so each of the next
Let's
4
get
days.
ready to battle Rama.
There you go. So each of the next 4 days, from the 30th through the 2nd of November, each competitor will be ready for 3 matches a day. Every competitor will get 3 matches a day. They're going to be 24 competitors, so 4 teams of 5 main competitors with 1 on the bench. So you're going to have 24 competitors, period. But the last 4 is going to be essentially like on the bench, replacement player. They can sub in whenever they need to. Somebody's really tired, they get injured, something like that. So you're going to have a lot of matches. I think we averaged about 4 hours a night when we were doing all the live recordings for season 3. And it's so much fun. It's a blast. Everyone's going to get at least 12 matches. Every competitor is going to get at least 12 matches. That's more than most competitors get in a whole year, as far as like live competitive matches. So it's huge. And as we said, with the rule set, anytime you don't get a submission, it's a loss. You lost an opportunity. You only have so many reps you get out there. And if you don't make the most of it, you are behind, my friend. And everyone knows it. And then we're going to usually we have a break on Friday. So we should have, I think, and don't quote me on it, but usually the Friday's off. So the 3rd will be off. And then the finale's on the 4th. And that's the top 8 people. So the people that accumulate the top 8 points on the 4th will have a single elimination tournament for the finale for the overall champion. And the single elimination tournament is that's a 10-minute match. EBI rules. You get 2 EBI overtimes if it goes to the draw, and then we figure out who's the winner. And I think there's going to be a lot of feature fights or whatever you want to call them, fights added on there.
Subversive is going to be part of the show, so the finale will be a pay-per-view. So you will have the Subversive card plus the PGF finale, and however many extra feature matches are going to be had. So I know that there's going to be a ladies bracket because we didn't have a female season. So I guess they're just going to have a bracket for the finale of just like, I want to say 4 or 8. I can't quite remember. Don't quote me on it. But there's going to be a bracket for, where Nakaya is going to be technically the defending champion because she was, last season's winner, even though it's going to be, I believe, at 135.
That was last season.
Okay, so this one's 125. 125.
Yep, 125. Okay. And unfortunately, that's just kind of one of those things where, Brandon put it out there. He people say they all want to see a female season. So last season he threw it out there. Okay, we're gonna have one. So we had a guy and gal season last season, and still tried to do it again this one. And there's just not enough ladies showing up to qualifiers. Everyone says, "Hey, like do it for the ladies," but then if you don't show up, we can't put it on. It's just reality. Sorry, guys, gals.
Where the ladies at?
Wallow wants to know.
No, Wallow don't want to know because half of these ladies that compete, they're like 20. I'm an old dude. I'm not even
joking because the other
I'm not
three
even
guys,
like.
everyone else is married, my man. I mean, I'm married, Mickey's married, Chris is married.
Listen, if maybe one of the athletes' mom is within my, within my range, then that might be different, But this 20+-year-olds, I'm like, nah.
I might know somebody that might know somebody that has a single mom.
So you heard it here, ladies. If you're coming for the finale tournament, please bring your moms for Wallow. Introduce.
I'll take you.
Hey, that could be an intermission show. Hey guys, so we're doing Wallow date my mom.
What is it? Love Connection? Back in 2 and 2.
We can do a mini Bachelor season during intermission.
Bachelorette number 1. What kind of food do you enjoy cooking? Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, don't bring your moms. Sure. Yeah, just leave them at home. You'll have a better time. Anyway, back to the PGF.
We call it the Shark Week of Jiu-Jitsu because it is so much jiu-jitsu submission grappling action in 1 week. We just said on the 29th of the Sunday, that morning you get a combine, a weigh-in. The afternoon of the 29th, that Sunday, you get a draft. And then you get 4 straight days of, I'm going to guess, at least 4 hours each day of live on YouTube jiu-jitsu. And it's amazing. You heard about the rule set, 6-minute matches. So no matter what, it's they have to go for the submission or they lose. I mean, a draw is a loss. And so really quickly, you're going to see a lot of excitement, and it's going to be for 4 straight days. We're going to have a day off, and then that Saturday, you get the pay-per-view, which is going to be phenomenal. And I don't even want to say how many hours that's going to be. But it's
Bro,
it's
it's probably going to be from afternoon till late at night. But
just
listen,
strap in, guys.
like if you guys ain't got shit to do on a Saturday night, just get the pay per view, get a bunch of the homies. Hey, some of your homies are gonna be in that pay per view. You know, get a bunch of the homies. You know, y'all cook out some stuff. You know, some tacos. You know, some nachos, some beer, whatever. You just hang out and watch a night of jujitsu. You know.
It, I mean, obviously, we're biased, but this is what we look forward to every
Duh.
year. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
we're the PGF Insiders for a reason. I mean, this is our vacation. This is what we do for, like, this is circled on the calendar. This is an amazing thing. Even when it wasn't part of the production, I still went out there for this stuff because it's that much fun. So if you're anywhere near 10th Planet Decatur, Alabama, near Huntsville, find a way. It is a blast. I mean, normally, and I think we might be shifting to the daytime, but when it was in the evenings, it was amazing because the open mats around lunchtime were just amazing. So I mean, we a lot of times had just impromptu seminars done by the coaches, or we had amazing open mats. It is, I mean, make a pilgrimage, guys. Decatur, 10th Planet Decatur is so much fun. It is a huge, like 3,000 some odd square footage of mat space. And you're just going to have so many people from all over the United States coming in. It's going to be a blast. And if you want to see some torture, there's some people that are going to be a little raw about my posts. And so you're going to see me get smoked a lot. So if you want to see that, that'd be fun too.
I'll be filming it, and I'll be like,
Yes.
"Go
Yes,
away, go,
that's what
get
Wallow
out of
does.
there! No, don't give him your arm! No, no, no! Don't show him your back! Come on, Egg, turn into him!" Oh, he got choked.
I really feel all your support from the sidelines when I'm out there too. It's like, thanks for taking the picture of that, Wallow. Appreciate that.
Listen, it was the last season when we got there, when we got to the gym, it was just packed. It was all the students, the out of towners, everybody was just there, and there was like a buzz going in there, and it was kind of muggy, and the mats were wet, and I'm like, oh shit, these people are putting in some work. You know, it was pretty humid in there.
Well, I mean, being late October, early November, hopefully, it'll still be warm because it's Huntsville, it's the South. I mean, Decatur, but it'll be a little bit cooler than last time. I mean, I think for season 2, the finale, I was training out there that weekend. I had to bring a gallon of water a day because I was like straight up during the summer, and that was killer.
Mm,
It was rough, but it was great.
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. So again, folks, it's an experience. Make sure to hop on to watch it. And if you can't miss, I mean, if you miss it one night, just, hey, it's still there on YouTube. It's still available. You can catch up for the next day.
Maggie, any final thoughts on your first appearance on season 5? Showing up to the actual, site and being
Yeah.
at the
So
event.
anything you got to take up with me, Egg said he'll be the scapegoat. So just remember that. That's all.
I'm not even bringing any, grappling gear, so don't even challenge me because you don't want to see me in my tarantarans.
Wallace said he'll fun wrestle you. That's about it.
What's puzzling you, Egg?
I don't know what that word was that you said.
Tarantarans.
Yes.
When I
I'd
take out
show
my
you, but
pants
the
and I'd be
screen
like,
would get
taran,
pulled.
taran!
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
I was going to say,
So-
I'd show you, but the stream would get pulled really fast.
On that note, we're out of here. We're a couple of dorks, man.
Sign up for the qualifiers next week. HQ.